Okay, let's see. See how this goes. I think we're running. Just do a check. Check on. See if that shows up in there. No, that seems to. I think we'll put the chat down in there. See what happens there. Yeah. Okay, what we're gonna do tonight is we're just gonna kind of float along here. I want to do look at this. What is it? Lake Pontchartrain. Let's go on to here. Let's go back to the beginning because that's where we want to start. Let's play it. I want to analyze the of this. I don't know. Let's pause it at a good spot. Let's pause it right there. And I want to look at some of the bullshit here of somebody trying to call this curvature on here, because this is not curvature. This here is not curvature. This has nothing to do with curvature. I'll show on a few pictures and shots. You can see right at this point, right there, right at that point, that that's reflection. You can see reflection right there. See these little silver boxes? Well, the bases. This is the base. There's a cross beam here. And on this base, you'll see that little corner piece. That's from this piece coming down here and that piece angling up here. Well, right there, you start to see it elongate. And this is where this starts to distort. All right in here. So, if I grab my paint program, let's throw in a line here. Let's see if we can do this. Better turn it on in here. There we go. So, what you have here is a convergence of lines here. This is reflection. Right here. Now, I had a discussion with the person who's filmed this soundly. He tries to say, this is Earth's curvature. Now, if we draw a straight line, let's go here. Let's draw a red line. Let's draw a red line straight from here, because you can see right there, this is a reflection coming up. This is a reflection of these bases coming up. And then this is a reflection of the top of the bases, basically this flipped over coming up. And the line runs right through there. You can see the line running through. That runs right through there. See right through there. Right there where the lines come through. Now we can also draw. Let's see if we can just draw a line. I'm not sure here. I'm not an artist, so forgive me. I don't want any line. I just want to draw a line, no shapes. Just draw a line. I think that'll just draw a line. Let's see. If I just draw a line, I'm not an artist, but you'll see it converge right here. You can see that converge. And you see this is the shadow coming back up, converging right here. This is beyond your horizon. I'll show you on another picture. And you can see this line here. You can see right along here, converging down. You'll see better on another one. And you'll see this converging up. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a complete reflection here, nothing more but reflection happening at this point. And that is at the limit of what that camera can see due to the humidity in the air. If it was a clearer day, he might be able to see straighter along here. But because of the interference from the atmospheric conditions, there we go. This is what's going on here. Now let's play this through a bit. I'll clear that off. And I'll show you on Google Maps where all this is. Go new. Don't save that. Let's go back on here. Play this through a bit. Let's go. You can see clearly now here. Just what I was saying about those points. That's what I was saying. These are the carriers right here. That's what I was saying, and they start to elongate. You can see the same effect starting to happen in here again. So let's go back into paint. Let's go grab our and so you can see convergent here. They're running along here. You can see this reflection's already started here. It starts here. Your reflection starts right here. These have already been elongated, and these are because it's a flip side of the image. And this is coming up here, converging again. These lines are all converging. These lines are converging. You can see the tops of the towers. This is the tops coming from the bottom up, and this is the tops converging down, and they're going to meet. And once again, if you just do straight or horizontal out there, that would show up again. As you see, I don't know if anybody agrees or not, but that is what's going on. We can see that clearly. So let's play it some more. Now you'll see when we come to the other side. Remember that bird nest. Remember that bird nest. Okay, we'll pause it there, and we'll have a look. These pass by them. Now we'll see the same thing happening, only this is a little more dramatic. This is a little more dramatic because these towers curve into the left ever so slightly. So that's why this one's a little more dramatic. We watch this line here. Converges there. See how this is the bottom of the piers. See how their bottoms here? Right here they start to flip. See, this is the tops here. See? Top of that white. comes in around over the top. And these ones all start running straight because these are what are visible. But as soon as you get here, this is where the reflection starts. It starts a little bit before. Your eyes just can't see it. It actually starts about here. The reflection starts about here somewhere. And now, see this line of here? That's this line. See that line? And that line's there. Right there. Now, this is important, this part. See this tower angles here? This is where the reflection happens, right here. Right there. So let's draw a line, if we can draw one straight. Sort of. I'm gonna go from here. So that's where the reflection starts. This goes up here. Like so. This one goes up here like so. But this one goes this way. Watch this. This one goes this way. And this one goes this way. That's your reflection line here. Let's make a line. Go point to point. This is your reflection line here. This is, and that's what's occurring. That is what is occurring on this. I don't know what people see when they're looking at these things, but I'm going to show you exactly how that looks. And we're going to go with, let's change this. And remove that one. I'm going to put in, I don't want the snapshots, I want the runs. This one. Where's the... Don't want that one. Let's import. Just give me a few moments here. I just want to load something up. Yes. Let's go with videos, experiments. I want well, wouldn't you know it, I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Let's try this one. Let's open that. Let's play this one. I'll clear those off. Okay, what we're going to do here is what you're going to see. We're going to go up into... This guy's really good. I really appreciate what he does here. He does good work. But what I was showing there about Lake Pontchartrain, I'm going to show you exactly what was happening here. So hopefully we get this. Okay, watch these. Watch these, you'll start to see, we'll pause and I'll show you when I'll see the reflections. This is reflection. This is reflection. This is reflection. Reflecting. Reflection. See how the box joins? That's reflection. It starts to separate here. Starts to separate there. See if I can get to it. Okay, here we go. This will go show it. There we go. Okay, what's important here? The reflection of this. Watch the reflection of the blades. The reflection, this is where it touches. This is where the reflection touches. I'll show you this in images in a minute. This is what your eyes, there we go, see that? Right here. Watch that. Let's put an arrow in there. Let's put a little arrow in there. Let's go on some shapes. Let's put an arrow right here. I want you to see this. Okay, let's play this. Oh, and he pans away. There we go. We caught it again. Watch these. Reflection, see that? See the reflection? So that's showing that that's just straight reflection. See the bird's reflection? Okay. So let's clear that. Okay. So I'm going to show you, I took a couple images. I took, not that one. So this is one of the images. Why is that not going on top? Well, that's why. Okay. So I took a couple of those images. I put them here. You can see that. That's a reflection. So what I've done is I did a crop. Let's bring that one up. Let's bring it up. Close. And I'll flip it up. Let me flip it up. Here we go. Flip vertical. There we go. So what that is, as you can see, that's an image of that. And I've cropped it at the reflection point. All I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it. So I flipped it vertically. That's just to show you that it's the exact same reflection. Let's bring it out so you can see. Absolute reflection. That is what's happening with these images. And you can see how they reflect out. So we've got another one. Let's play this one. This one gives us a clear shot too. Let's turn that one off. Turn that one off. Turn that one on. Play this one. And once again, this is a different day. A little clearer. I think this is a different person, actually. So let's watch what's happening here. We can see already. You can already see right in here. See how this is reflection? It's perfectly clear here. You can see exactly what's going on. You can see the reflection coming back into itself. So if anybody ever tells you that these are showing curvature, they're just totally misleading you, misguiding you in every way, shape, or form. Because that's just a little drawing on there. Let's just do a straight. Coloring it. Pencil. Yeah. Okay. You can see along here. I'm going to draw a straight line actually. Let's go straight line. We'll go line. We'll go straight line just off of these. Because we know that these are running straight out. I'm just going to line them off. That just gives you a line running straight out on the image. This is post to post. These are all running even. Here, we'll do another one from point to points. Points. Line up all the points. Look at that. See that? Okay. Now what is this doing? What is this doing to you? Remember perspective. Do we remember the perspective? Alright, but what's happening here? We're gonna have to go freehand on that because we have to go like this on this because this is the bottom coming up and back that way, and this is a reflection coming up and running back. Sorry, I'm bad at that. That's all freehand here. And then this is reflection coming back like that of that line. And once again, these are the tops. This is a reflection, the top of the tower. And that's the top of the towers. That is what is happening here. And this is the line where it's happening at. This right here, sorry, right there is the line where this starts happening at. If you can see that. So anybody who's trying to tell you that this is curvature is absolutely off their head. Now, let's get rid of all that, just because out of curiosity. Let's go new. Go and save. Now, if I put a shape in there, let's put a, oh well, I don't know how this is going to work. It's a shape oval. Let's see. Undo that. I don't know how we're gonna. Now, if you tried to do curvature in there. Now this whole run is about, okay, let's go on to Google Earth. I'm going to go on Google Earth for a second. Turn that off, get on Google Earth here. Now this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. This is the first pontoon. There's the first pontoon. Now, first of all, when I asked the question, if this was all straight, their answer was, this was perfectly straight. And I said, no, there has to be a slight curve in it. That's why you're getting the reflection, the way you're getting the reflection. So, my first segment here, this line here, as you can see, these start to wander out. See how they wander out? Those are curving. This is a straight line for 15 pylons in. This is pylon 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, it's only 14 pylons in. Now that first segment is segment 1. Let's go take a look at it. Now that's segment 1. Now that's only 14 pylons in. Now I'll tell you what this segment says. Properties. That segment there is 2.1 miles. And that's where it starts to curve. Comes around, swings around to the left a bit. So if you're, let's get this. Okay, that's that segment. That's the segment I'm talking about. Let's see if I can get this a little better in there for you. That's 2.1 miles. That segment there. Now where they're filming these from is from this causeway. And they're filming out to here. So one of the shots is from this side, which would be a little tougher shot to get from this side, but they've got it coming out this way, and then they got the other shot coming in from this way, shooting down. Now they don't quite reach this big one, because that's the one I showed you. This is the big one, right at the very end. And when you're looking at that one, that's one where we're showing that the reflection really goes the other way. So let's see if we go back on here. So that's that. Let's turn that on. Earth. Okay, so that's this big pylon here. And this person's filming from the inside of it, coming up. And you can see exactly what's going on here. Now there's 50 pylons along here, from start to finish. And so the first 14 cover 2.1 miles. So this was just kind of a quickie, just so that when people are looking at this bogus thing where someone's trying to say this is curvature. And the thing that really gets me about this, is this person went to his subscribers and got them to buy him a P900. Not this person, I think the one on the video before. The person who did this one. The person who did this video went and got his subscribers to fund him for a P900 to prove the Earth is fucking round. and I thought they just believed in NASA themselves. I don't know. What do you think? But yeah. So here we go. We're back on this one. Let's play through this a little bit. Let's see if this one plays through. I know I've got it somewhere. DDD. Yeah, there it is. Sorry. Let's play this one. Let's play this one. Well, thank you very much. I think it's for mostly reflection. As we can see here, we can see it reflecting up here, and we see it reflecting here, and we can see it converging up here, and we can see the lines converging down there, and this is all reflection. All this is all reflection. This is what your eyes are seeing. So it doesn't matter, even if you bring it in, you focus it in as much as you can. And this is what happens to ships. This is perfectly a good example of what happens to ships when they disappear. Because this draws a line here. This would be the bottom. This is the ship's bottom. See how it's sinking into nothingness? It's sinking into its own reflection. That's what it's doing. It's nothing to do with curvature. This is not curvature. And if anybody tells you this is curvature, they are losing the plot. Because you can do this at any point. From any... I don't know if you were watching a little bit earlier, but let's see if we can play that one. I know I had a video of it. But here, this is absolute reflection. This is looking way out again on reflection. Now, if I can find his, yeah, here it is. Let's play it. We're gonna play this one. I'll pause it a couple times, and we'll take a look at the reflection going on. Yeah, well, this one will show us. How do you say your name? Lizelle. This one will should show us correctly. Okay, this one's going to show us a lot of reflection. I'll pause it in a second. And we'll get some mileage on it. You can see a lot of reflection going on already, but we'll get back onto it. He gets real close. There we go. Here we go. I'll pause it right there. Oh, play for a sec. Okay, as you can see, you'll see this blade here separate from the water. It should be, because this is our break in our horizon here. I'm just going to draw a line on this one because I like this one. Let's go new. I think this one shows it so well because he also puts the miles on there. This is, see this, you can see it. This is this. See this? Let me click on there. I can't see it. There we go. Okay, this deck here. There you got two decks. You got this deck and this deck. This is a reflected deck. Absolutely a reflected deck. So we're gonna draw this line. Well, I'm glad it's clear to you, because for some reason, some people don't get it, and it's do a line. This is right where the reflection breaks. Just play that now for a sec. That's because it's zooming in. Okay. I'll have to forget that one. There's a reflection here. Reflecting. Absolutely parallel to the water. Yeah, the camera is tilted, and that causes a little bit. But you can see the windmill blades right there touching. You can see the reflection touches. There it is. Right there, perfectly clear. Right here. Look at that. That's all reflection. Amazing. That would just be a ship's hull sinking into itself right there. So we got a snapshot here that I took. And you can see, oh, it's just, I don't understand. I just don't understand why people don't get it. I mean, it's perfectly clear how you can see how the reflection is dragging this top part down. So if we just drew a straight line here, this is where the reflection starts. Absolutely. It cannot be uphill. You're always 100% guaranteed on top of the ball. No matter where you are, you're on top of the ball. There is never a hump. There can be no hump. So how come people don't get this? Why is this so difficult to understand? In all directions, and no matter how big the ball, the horizon will drop. No matter what. But it doesn't. It always comes up to your eye level, so to speak. I mean, that's a bad description, but on the horizontal. Good point. Maybe they aren't trying, and it's kind of hard preaching to the converted. I mean, we could sit here discussing this all day, but it's not going to get us any further. Let's take a pencil, but I have to do this just because it's in my nature. This one is such a clear shot of that joining to that, and then this is this part, that segment in there, joining to that, and this is this bit, but we're gonna go right from that bit once again, and right there, and you can see it just continues right out with the horizon. There's no dropping. So I think soundly, the person who really promotes this as curvature is busted, absolutely busted. This is a reflection of the top. That's the top. You can see the reflection right there. Clear as day. Yeah, it'd be like me facing you, talking to you, and looking at your feet. I mean, hey, how are we always looking down? Where, you know, I don't understand. We don't do that. This is not how we see things. This line runs perfectly straight out right here. It only breaks down when the reflection starts to happen. And this right there is due, this is all due to atmospheric conditions right at this point. Right there, that's all atmospheric conditions causing a reflection. Simple as that. There's no trickery here. This is just bad artistry on my part. Why, thank you, Gola. That's what I think too. So if we played through this, and every image I find, it's all the same. As soon as that, whatever apparatus you're using reaches that point where it can't see any further, this is what happens. You get the mirage, you get the boat's bottom, gets the boat's bottom converging in on itself, moving down, coming through. You can absolutely see it. No, he doesn't want to address the mirage at all. And when you tell him it, everyone calls this refraction, but this is an absolute reflection. This is a mirror coming back in on itself. Yes, it's refracting and coming in, closing in at the same time, but it is a mirror image converging on itself. That's everything we see. This is a ship's hull coming in on itself, nothing more. You can see it all happening right here. This is a perfect example, and they don't understand that this is a perfect example. I mean, I have to thank them for this image. Hiya, Shroominati, how you doing? So let's play through this a little bit. Let's close that image down. Close that image down. Let's go back on here. Let's play through. Let's grab that. Play that. Cheers. But pay attention to these bird nests too, because they happen in both shots, and you can tell from this bird nest which pylon is which pylon. Okay, we'll pause it right there. There we go again. We got this image going. Just one moment, I'll be right back. Okay, this is even clearer. Oh boy, now I'm excited. There is no curve here, Shroominati. I was just going over that, because what we're doing here, I'm going to grab new. We're going to turn this back on. Here you go. You can see it's already... This is what we were just talking about, Shroominati. This is our reflection. This is the bottom coming up. See these black lines here? See how they converge? So it makes it look like double. So you're coming down like this. And then you got the white bit. That little bit here. And that is coming here. But you also have the reflection coming here. Now you got this line here, which is basically this dotted lines here, because see the mass of it. I'll have to look at that one, because if you could tell me if this is an inferior or superior mirage, that would be helpful to me, because it is a mirage and it's converging on itself, because you have this and it's showing all along. Now this is really important. This is the one that's important. This is the one that shows absolutely. Now this is a big tower at the end. This is a big tower at the end, and you can see how it comes here like here, and then it goes in. So let's mark that one, and we'll go up with the tower, and we'll go up with the tower here. Follow the line, but if you look at the bottom here, this goes in. That goes in. Can't quite see it on that one, because but that comes in. There's your line. Oh, that's alright. Let me give you a wrench. I can fix that for you, Gold. Just one moment. There you go. You'll be able to post the link now. So that's exactly what's happening here. And you'll see it over and over and over again. I'll show you in another one. Let me get rid of that. Don't new, don't save. We'll clear that one off. Ah, cheers. No worries, because I just did this, threw this together just to clear things up for myself, because I was tired of people trying to say this is CGI and everything like that, people are honestly taking these images, but they're just misinterpreting what it is. This is not CGI. This is not someone trying to trick you. This is just what you see. This is what happens. This is what happens at your, because the atmospheric conditions and the convergence, and that's just what we see. And this gives us a perfect example of it. And the people who are promoting this as curvature don't even understand what they've given us. This is a beautiful, perfect image of what is going on here. Now, if anybody ever thought that the Earth was curving this much from ground level, we'd only live on a ball maybe 10,000, maybe conservatively 10,000 miles in circumference with a curvature like that. Not possible. Not possible. So I don't know. I don't know what's going through their heads. It's absolutely. I mean, how many people would fit on this ball Earth if the curve was that dramatic? So I'm going to go onto Google here just to show. Now this is where it is on Google Earth. Now this is the end tower that we were looking at, the big tall one at the end. Now let's follow these down now. Now I made lines to follow those towers. As you can see, they go along here. And also, the fella said that they didn't curve. Now this is the first 15 pylons. Absolutely Twitwit. Cool name, Twitwit. Yeah, you absolutely. You would see it all over the place. And why does it change? Depending on how much you zoom. That means the curvature is changing continually. But these pylons here curve. And that is another part of that illusion. Because of the curve. Because it's slightly bending around, and that's why it gives it a very dramatic convergence with the reflection. Now this is where they're filming it from. They're filming it from coming across here. So they're filming coming in. Now one of them's from this side. So they're coming in, just filming that little bit, coming in from this side. And then the other one's coming this way. So you got to think about the angle of what they're coming at it from. So they're coming at it from this angle and shooting it. So they're being quite deceptive. And you know what really pisses me off, like I said it earlier, is that fella who took this, got his subscribers to fund him for P900 to film this. I mean, don't they believe in NASA? I thought they believed in NASA. They get paid billions to show us how the Earth is curved. And this guy got his subscribers to fund him for a camera to be filming this shit and trying to pass it off as curvature. That's what gets me. That really gets me. Tickles me, actually. But if we look at the other one, I'm going to go into this one. This one shows us over and over how reflection works at that distance. I'm going to go further up. There's the reflection. Watch this. Boom. Right there. There's a heavy reflection. See the reflection going on there. We can analyze this a bit. So let's go back into here. Turn that on. Here we have a reflection right here taking place. You can see it tipping in. Now every shot over water that I see has that same reflection. Boom. Look at that. You cannot miss it. You can't miss the reflection. And people don't understand the reflection there. So, what I've done now is we'll go take I took a picture of it somewhere. Let's see. Let's go this one. Let's turn that one off. Let's go that one. So we got that. And I think that's the crop. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Filters. There we go. We'll bring the crop into it. There's that reflection. See this reflection here? So I'm going to pull that picture up. So all I did, I'll flip this picture now. All I did, you can see, I took this at the point of the reflection. Just took it at the point of the reflection. Let's try and show what I did there. See that? That's the reflection. And all I'm going to do is flip it. So all I've done is flipped it. I'm going to put it on the point of reflection, and look at that. Bang on. It shows the reflection above the water line here. Let's filter it. We'll see what happens. See that? That is what you're seeing. You're seeing a complete reflection above the water line heading out. That's how your ships lose the bottom. Absolutely, Twitwit. No one is ever going to film curvature from a low level, no matter what. And we've all seen the high altitude balloon footage, how the horizon keeps coming up to your eye, keeps coming up to your eye, and that doesn't change. That is a complete reflection on the water. It's not on the water, this is on the atmosphere. So no matter what, and I can show you picture after zoomed in picture on water of this exact effect. It always repeats itself. And all you're doing when you're zooming in is you're magnifying it and bringing the effect of this closer to your eye. And that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So let's go back onto here, turn that off, close that. Let's play through a little bit more, see if we can analyze a little bit more. Okay, let's see if, is it this one? There. Now then, you can see how this joins together. This is what's happening here. This is already reflected. I could take a flip of that, and you can see where the two platforms join. They're becoming closer. And then the two platforms disappear because the reflection is up here. Play on. See, I think maybe it was there. Now these are a lot further out than what we just seen. You know what, Twitwit? I would have to agree with you. I think that is part of it, and it's also cognitive dissonance. You don't want to think of things in a different way than we've been taught. It's hard to say what people think, but I think it's better to grab it like we just did there and look and analyze it. I don't know what's right either way, in all honesty, but I know that you're not seeing curvature in those photos, and anybody who's trying to promote it as seeing curvature there needs to be corrected, and hopefully that's what we've done here today, because it's absolutely necessary. And but that's all I'm going to present for right now. I'm going to take off. I've got another one, a whole bunch more actually that I'm working on, but I just quickly put this together to show a little bit what happens there with perspective, and how the image and what you're seeing is what as people say, and it's not hard to analyze it for yourself, as we've just done. And now I'm gonna go over to and Twit, just a minute. I'll give you a wrench there, so if you wanted to post some links at any time in the future, no worries. And always like your people's opinions, because that's what it's about. Then we can work this out together. Are we being lied to? Which I think we are. But let's just work it all out together. Yeah, well, I get a little blued about it too. I don't like all the drama. Not into it myself. Hiya, Teddy. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Now I'm just shutting down. I don't know if you caught lots of that, Teddy, but hopefully you did, because I thought it was quite interesting. If we can show it, and I'm gonna go up to. I don't know how to say your name, Golo. I'm just gonna say Gol. And I'm going to go up and check your link out and see if I can learn about inferior and superior mirages, so I know what I'm talking about next time. Cheers. Take care, everyone. Peace.